Good morning, church. It is Monday morning, and I hope you got a good night's rest. And it's been my prayer that the words from yesterday's sermon have been sitting on your heart, and they've been working on your heart to the point that they are going to affect some change in your life, and possibly even change in the lives of others that you know. This morning, I want to continue some of our thoughts on racism. I have never experienced racism or discrimination of any kind. And so I can't pretend to understand what our African American friends and neighbors are feeling and what they're going through and what they have gone through for centuries. But I want to be very clear. Racism is wrong. Discrimination is condemned by God, and it is evil, and it has no place of any form in the heart of a child of God. My heart hurts over the recent events that have taken place in our country, and they have magnified the racial tensions that continue to exist in our country. It is grossly evident that humanity is broken, and we live in a world severely damaged by the evil decisions of mankind. That's why the words of Paul ring true now, just as they were when he wrote them in 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 15, where he said, "Here's a trustworthy saying that deserves full acceptance. Jesus Christ came into the world to save sinners, of whom I am the worst." As believers, our lives must be characterized by the two most important things in the world. In Matthew chapter 22, verses 34 and following, the Pharisees sent an expert in the law to Jesus, and he asked him a question. "Teacher, what is the great commandment in the law?" And Jesus said, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. And on these two commandments depend or hang all the law and the prophets." It is evident that we love God when and only when we love others that were created in His image as we love ourselves. Love is not something to be stored up and only shared with certain people. God's love is to be freely and exhaustively shown without restraint to our neighbor. We don't have the right to pick and choose who our neighbor is. We don't have the right to pick and choose who we are going to love. Church, we don't overcome evil by withholding God's love. Evil is only defeated through loving others. I'm going to leave you with the words of God's Spirit penned by Paul in Galatians chapter 5, beginning in verse 13. He says, "For you are called to freedom, brothers. Only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but through love serve one another. For the whole law is fulfilled in one word: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. But if you bite and devour one another, watch out that you are not consumed by one another." Church, I'm going to encourage you to pray this prayer every day this week. Pray for God to give you opportunities to serve others and to love others. And pray that God will give you the wisdom to see those opportunities. And pray that God will give you the boldness then to seize those opportunities no matter what, to love and to serve your neighbor. Church, I love you so much. I thank you for the encouragement that you give me. And this will be my prayer for you. It'll be the prayer for my family. And I hope that this will become your prayer every day this week. Have a great day.